Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Check, 47. Switch. Watch the shift.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
Back 25. Back 21. Big stop. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
You ready? You ready?
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's point here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Kill. Hey, switch gears. Check.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Craig Robertson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Tuesday. Quick edge. Go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Let's go.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the pass. Check. Hey, Rick Lance. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets it off to Freeman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check 50. Check 50. Shoot. Check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Breeze again has it complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breeze to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Complete to Bryant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Saints.
Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, Breeze again. And this is Cook with a grab. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Here we go with Kamara. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Come on, the ball. Watch the ship. Wait. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Slam, slam, slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check safety, check safety.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big run there by Freeman, 51 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
25. Switch up, switch up. Check 43.
Jones has it. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Breeze. It's caught by Bryant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check 9. You can't play.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Titans on the Ringo.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze now. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horse?
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on his.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happened. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Got it. 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
You better be afraid of me. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80, 58, 36, 36.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Gets it to Meredith, complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, ready, blue 80, blue 80. 47. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. 56. Mike's 56. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Throwing again, Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. He he knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end.
Line, 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
We got 4.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case,
in the right spot. Helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Breeze now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Easy, opposite.
Breeze to throw again. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Again, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking downfield for Dez. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run on first down. Freeman, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Exit.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ryan now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here.
Check 99. Check 99. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Safe, safe, safe. Gun, gun, gun. I got motion.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Ryan finding Julio out wide. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, let's go. Check 52. Be good, be good, be good. Get out.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Ready to go. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Bryant has it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He finds Latavius Murray. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I'm coming. Bang, 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 bang. Hatchet, hatchet.
Freeman again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Black 25. Single, that's single slot.
Completes this one to Meredith. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 30, the 20. 10, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
31, Saints 17.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. A throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Throwing on first down is Brees. Well, this is caught by Gill. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal, New Orleans.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Brees. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Brees now to throw. And he's going to go down again. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he... And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill. Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan going for the deep ball. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Breeze will try again on second down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. They'll look to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that'll allow.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under 1 minute to go in the game. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On the ground, Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.